You're standing on the surface of Mars. The rusty red landscape stretches endlessly before you, and Earth hangs in the sky like a pale blue dot. You take a deep breath and realize you've made a fatal mistake. In exactly 15 seconds, you'll lose consciousness. In 60 seconds, you'll be dead. But what if you had the right equipment? Could you actually survive on humanity's next home? Or is Mars nothing more than a beautiful, deadly trap? Let's find out. Mars looks deceptively peaceful from Orbita. Rusty orange marble with white polar ice caps, swirling dust storms, and dark volcanic plains. It's been called Earth's sister planet, our best hope for becoming a multiplanetary species. But the moment you step onto its surface without protection, the planet immediately begins killing you. First, your skin doesn't explode like in the movies. That's Hollywood nonsense. But what actually happens is far more terrifying. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is only 0.6% of Earth's. That's equivalent to standing 35 kilometers above Earth's surface, where commercial jets can't even fly. At this pressure, the moisture on your tongue, eyes, inside your mouth begins to boil instantly, not from heat, but from the low pressure. Your saliva bubbles and evaporates. Your eyes dry out. The delicate tissues in your lungs start to rupture. You have about 15 seconds before you pass out. But let's say you're smart. You're wearing a proper spacesuit with oxygen and pressure regulation. You're safe now, right? Not even close. Because Mars has an entire arsenal of ways to kill you. And the thin atmosphere is just the beginning. The thermometer on your suit reads 20 degrees Celsius. It's a warm summer day at Mars's equator, pleasant enough for a t-shirt on Earth. You start to relax. Then the sun sets, and within hours the temperature plummets to minus 73 degrees Celsius. That's a 93-degree drop in a single Martian day. Your heating systems kick into overdrive, draining precious battery power. If they fail, you'll freeze solid within minutes. Near the poles, it gets even worse. Winter temperatures reach minus 125 degrees Celsius, cold enough that carbon dioxide literally freezes out of the atmosphere and falls as dry ice snow. The average temperature on Mars is minus 63 degrees Celsius, colder than Antarctica in winter. You're living on a frozen world that occasionally pretends to be warm during the day before betraying you every single night. The invisible killer. But temperature isn't your biggest problem. Radiation is. Earth has a powerful magnetic field that deflects harmful particles from space. Mars lost its magnetic field billions of years ago, leaving the surface completely exposed. Right now, as you stand on Mars, invisible cosmic rays are passing through your body, damaging your DNA. Each day on Mars, you receive radiation equivalent to getting multiple chest X-rays. The annual dose is about 24 to 30 rads, roughly. 40 to 50 times higher than on Earth, but the real terror comes from solar flares. During a major solar particle event, radiation levels can spike to hundreds or thousands of rads in just hours. Without a heavily shielded shelter, you'd experience acute radiation sickness, nausea, vomiting, skin burns, and at high enough doses, death within days. The dust that never leaves. Then there's the dust. Martian dust isn't like beach sand. It's incredibly fine, about 1/3 the width of a human hair, electrostatically charged, meaning it sticks to absolutely everything. Your suit, your equipment, your solar panels, you can't brush it off. But the real nightmare comes during dust storms. Regional storms can cover areas the size of continents, lasting for weeks. Global storms, like the one in 2018, can engulf the entire planet for months. The sky turns dark orange, visibility drops to zero, and solar panels become useless. This is what killed NASA's Opportunity rover after 14 years. And here's the terrifying part. The dust is toxic. It contains perchlorates, chemicals that interfere with your thyroid function. If you breathe it, the fine particles penetrate deep into your lungs, causing inflammation similar to every time you return inside from a surface excursion, you'd bring dust with you, contaminating your habitat, clogging filters, damaging equipment. The atmosphere, you can't breathe. The atmosphere itself is trying to kill you too. It's 95% carbon dioxide with only 0.13% oxygen. Even if the pressure were adequate, there's nothing to breathe. The carbon dioxide concentration would cause poisoning within minutes, headaches, confusion, rapid breathing, and eventually unconsciousness. And because the atmosphere is so thin, it provides almost no protection from ultraviolet radiation. There's no ozone layer like Earth has. You'd get a severe sunburn in minutes on exposed skin. The UV radiation is intense enough to break down organic molecules and sterilize the surface. Your body is betraying you. Even if you solve all these problems, Mars still finds a way to hurt you through its weak gravity. Mars has only 38% of Earth's gravity. At first, this feels amazing. You can jump higher, lift heavier objects, move with ease, but your body doesn't understand what's happening. Your bones, which are living tissue that responds to mechanical stress, start to break down. You lose 1 to 2% of your bone density every month. Your muscles atrophy, especially in your legs and heart. Your heart weakens because it doesn't need to pump as hard. After months or years on Mars, you might physically adapt. But here's the terrifying question. What if you can't return to Earth? Your weakened body might not survive the stronger gravity. You could become permanently trapped on Mars, not by choice, but by biology, the isolation that breaks you. Perhaps the most insidious danger isn't physical at all, it's psychological. You're 225 million kilometers from Earth. Communication takes 12 to 20 minutes each way. You can't have a real conversation. If something goes wrong, catastrophic equipment failure, medical emergency, fire, you can't call for help. There's no rescue team coming. You handle it yourself, or you die. Earth is visible in the sky, but it's just a bright blue star. You'd watch it, knowing everyone you've ever known is on that distant point of light, and you can never reach them quickly. The psychological burden of living in a sealed habitat, breathing recycled air, eating the same food, seeing the same few faces day after day would test your sanity. But why go at all? So with all these dangers, why would anyone go? The answer is simple. Because Mars represents something bigger than individual survival. It's about the survival of our entire species. If humanity remains confined to Earth, we're vulnerable to asteroid impacts, supervolcano eruptions, nuclear war, pandemics. But if we establish a thriving colony on Mars, we become a multi-planetary species. We have a backup. Mars also offers incredible scientific opportunities. It was once warm and wet, with a thick atmosphere and possibly even oceans. What happened to it? Studying Mars could teach us about Earth's own future. There might even be microbial life hiding in underground aquifers. Discovering life on another planet would be one of the greatest scientific achievements in human history, and there's something deeply human about exploration. We crossed oceans when we didn't know what was on the other side. We climbed mountains because they were there. We went to the moon because it was hard. Mars is the next frontier. Yes, it's dangerous. Yes, people will die attempting it. But that's never stopped us before. Here's what it comes down to. Mars is not a backup Earth. It's a hostile alien world that will test every aspect of human endurance, ingenuity, and determination. Surviving there would require technology that doesn't fully exist yet. Billions of dollars in investment, decades of preparation, and the acceptance that some pioneers will not survive. But if we succeed, if we can build habitats that withstand the cold, grow food in toxic soil, extract water from ice, generate power in dust storms, shield ourselves from radiation, and maintain our physical and mental health, then we'll have accomplished something extraordinary. We'll have proven that humanity's future isn't limited to one fragile planet. Mars wants you dead. It will try to kill you through a dozen different mechanisms from the moment you arrive. But with the right technology, planning, and courage, we can beat it. We can turn the red planet into humanity's second home. It won't be easy. It won't be safe. But it will be the greatest adventure our species has ever undertaken, and that makes it worth every risk. If this journey to Mars got your heart racing, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. Next, we'll explore what it would actually take to build the first Martian city. The cosmos is waiting, and it's absolutely terrifying.